milkshakes, not courtrooms, Your Honor.
The courtroom doors burst open so hard they nearly bounce off the wall. A woman strides in like she owns the building. Diamond bracelets flashing, heels clicking like gunshots, sunglasses so oversized they hide half her face. She tosses her hair back and announces loudly, "Let's get this over with. I have reservations at 3. Every head in the courtroom swivels toward her. I stand at my podium, clutching the folder I've spent weeks building. This is the woman who nearly ran me off the road 2 months ago. This is the woman I'm suing for damages, hospital bills, and reckless endangerment." Judge Judy peers over her glasses. "Miss Valencia," she says, "you're late." The woman snaps her gum. A rich woman is never late. Everyone else is just early. Judge Judy raises an eyebrow. The eyebrow everyone fears. "Take your seat," she says. Miss Valencia strolls toward the defendant's table, dropping her handbag with a dramatic thud. It looks less like a purse and more like a glittering vault. She finally sits, crossing her legs slowly, as if giving the courtroom a performance. Judge Judy looks at her again. "Miss Valencia, are you aware this is a courtroom, not a runway?" "Of course," Miss Valencia answers. "But when you live like I do, everywhere becomes a runway." A few audience members chuckle nervously. Judge Judy's face doesn't move. "Let's begin," she says. "Plaintiff, please explain your case." I clear my throat. "Your Honor, on June 4th, the defendant swerved across 3 lanes without signaling and forced me off the road. I hit a guardrail and sustained injuries that kept me out of work for 6 weeks. She did not stop. She drove away." Miss Valencia tilts her head innocently. "Yes, well, I didn't drive away. I simply continued on with my day. I have important things to do, and the law requires you to stop after an accident," Judge Judy says. "Oh, please," Miss Valencia sighs, waving her hand. "The law is for people who can't afford good lawyers." The courtroom freezes. Even the bailiff blinks twice. Judge Judy puts her pen down very slowly. "Miss Valencia, what did you just say?" "That the laws don't apply to me," she replies, shrugging. "I mean, let's be honest here. I have influence, connections, money, and money buys freedom." Judge Judy leans forward. "Money buys comfort. It does not buy immunity." Miss Valencia laughs, loud and sharp. "Oh, Judge Judy, you're adorable. Immunity is exactly what money buys. My accountant literally said I could pay my way out of anything." "Your accountant," Judge Judy repeats, sounds like someone who will be preparing statements for a prison sentence. The room erupts in muffled laughter, but Miss Valencia doesn't laugh. Instead, she smirks. I continue. "Your Honor, I have dashcam footage. It shows her car swerving into my lane. It also shows her laughing and taking a selfie seconds later." Judge Judy gestures. "Let me see it." The screen lights up. The footage plays. Miss Valencia's convertible can be seen drifting over the line, directly into my lane. My car skids, screeching. Hers keeps going smoothly. And then there she is, holding up her phone, blowing a kiss into the camera. Judge Judy looks from the screen to Miss Valencia. "You didn't even look to see what happened after you cut across 3 lanes." Miss Valencia shrugs again. "I assumed the other driver would figure it out. People exaggerate everything these days." The guardrail was hardly dented. "It dented my spine." I reply sharply. Miss Valencia waves her hand dismissively. "You're fine. You're standing right now. See? Drama." Judge Judy slams her hand on the bench. "Miss Valencia." The courtroom goes silent. "Your behavior today is unacceptable. Your behavior on the road was reckless. And your arrogance is astounding." Miss Valencia crosses her arms. "I'm honest. That's all. I say what others think." "No," Judge Judy says, "you say what children think. Before they grow up." She flips through the paperwork. "You caused over $14,000 in vehicle damage. The plaintiff has over $8,000 in medical bills. And according to the police report, you were cited for reckless driving twice within the past year." Miss Valencia rolls her eyes. "Those tickets were ridiculous. I told the officers who I was, and they still wrote me up. Some people just love power trips." Judge Judy's jaw tightens. "Miss Valencia, This is real life, not a shopping spree. You can't flash a credit card and make the consequences disappear. Actually, Miss Valencia says with a bright smile, I kinda can. Judge Judy leans back, studying her. You know, Miss Valencia, you remind me of a young child with too much sugar. Except instead of candy, you overdosed on privilege. Miss Valencia flips her hair. Privilege is earned. I worked hard for what I have. Judge Judy stares at her. Miss Valencia, you inherited $47 million. Well, she says smugly, someone had to spend it. Judge Judy puts her glasses down again, slowly, deliberately. Miss Valencia, let me explain something to you. If you act like you're above the law, I promise you, eventually, the law will introduce itself to you personally. Miss Valencia scoffs. I'll be fine. Judge Judy's eyes flash. No, today you won't be. She scribbles furiously on her notepad. Everyone leans forward. Miss Valencia, she says, you're responsible for the full cost of the plaintiff's medical bills, car repair, physical therapy, missed wages, and emotional distress. Miss Valencia's eyes widen. That's outrageous. Plus, Judge Judy continues loudly over her voice. A punitive award because your behavior was not only reckless, it was intentionally dismissive. You endangered another driver, mocked the situation, and openly stated that laws do not apply to you. Miss Valencia jumps to her feet. How dare you? I came here voluntarily. You came after being subpoenaed. Judge Judy snaps. Let's get that straight. Miss Valencia slams her hands on the table. This is insane. You can't punish me because I'm successful. I'm punishing you, Judge Judy says calmly, because you are irresponsible. The courtroom is so silent you could hear a dust mote land. Judge Judy finishes writing, tears the page from her pad, and holds it up. Miss Valencia, you owe the plaintiff $36,420. Payable immediately. Miss Valencia's mouth drops open. 36. You can't be serious. I've never been more serious. Miss Valencia's face twists in fury. You can't tell me what to do. Judge Judy bangs her gavel. That's exactly what I can do. And I just did. Miss Valencia shrieks. This is a nightmare. Judge Judy stands. No, Miss Valencia. A nightmare is what happens when you continue believing that wealth exempts you from the rules. Today, this is merely a wake-up call. The bailiff steps forward. Miss Valencia grabs her handbag and storms toward the exit, shouting, This isn't over. Judge Judy calls out behind her. Oh, it's over. The moment you decided the law didn't apply to you, this ruling became inevitable. As the doors slam behind Miss Valencia, the echo hangs in the courtroom like smoke. I exhale for the first time in what feels like hours. Judge Judy looks toward me with a softer expression. You did well today, she says. Most people would have walked away after dealing with someone like her. She almost put me in the hospital. I reply quietly. I wasn't going to let her get away with that. Judge Judy nods. She counted on intimidation. People like her usually do.